Welcome, Rangers fans, to another edition of our midweek coaches show, where we, as always, will recap what has happened and what will happen in Ranger athletics and at the school in general. And this past week, we opened our district play in football, going over to Bernie Stadium, Bernie ISD Stadium, and playing the champion Chargers in the district opener, and came away with a 41-14 victory over a highly touted champion team, a team that's certainly in the hunt for the championship and or a playoff spot. So to go 1-0 on the road, is a great start. There's obviously a lot of work still to do, but good win, good solid win. Got off to a great start. Did some things defensively, offensively in the kicking game. Just played a good, solid game, and as we said, come away 1-0. And Coach Westford, we talked a week ago about how explosive their offense could be, particularly with their quarterback. And they hit a couple of big explosive plays, but for the most part, we were able to limit that.
Yes, sir. We limited them to 3 explosive plays on the game. All 3 passes to the same kid. But. In 3 different situations of the game. But I was really pleased with our kids' effort. We talk about trying to stop the run every game, and I thought we limited their ability to run the ball. And that was big because that allowed our front to get after the quarterback a little bit and try and pressure him and get him to throw the ball off rhythm a little bit, and I thought we did that for most of the game.
Yeah, I think so. And then offensively, we're in a nice flow. We got up on them early. So, again, can we really run the ball? Number one, having a hard time doing it. But number 2, we're a little bit behind here. So do we need to abandon that? And anytime you can make them one-dimensional, just doing one thing, in this case throwing, you're in good shape.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that really helps the D-line be able to pin their ears back and get after it a little bit. And then, of course, the secondary knows they got to cover the pass a little bit. And they had like we talked about, a very explosive player. He made some contested catches down the field, but other than that, we limited him, to just the 3 explosives. We're able to create 1 takeaway. Devin DeToto, sophomore linebacker, was able to knock the ball out. Kyle Bierman recovered it. Like to see a few more of those, but we did get 1, so we won the turnover battle.
No doubt, and by winning it, getting 1, that means we must have taken care of the ball, and we did. Had no turnovers. And you mentioned 3 explosives. Coach Atkins, we were able offensively to create 10 explosives. Define explosives here, to us at least, is a run 12 yards or more or a pass 18 yards or more. As we mentioned, we gave up 3. We created 10. That was a big factor.
Yes, sir. 10 explosives, pretty good night offensively. I thought we hang our hat on running the football, and I thought we really established a great run game and opened up the pass game for us. Over 250 yards on the ground, and when you can do that, that usually means you're going to have nice play action menu and be able to do some things in the pass game as well. So hats off to the fullbacks, O-line, and tight ends, and everybody that was carrying the ball and contributed that 250-yard mark on the rushing attack, and it was a good night for us.
No doubt, and you mentioned opening up the passing game. I think we threw for 220-odd yards as well, so very, good balance there, and one complemented the other one very, very well. Had a number of kids catch a football. Caleb Piegler, I think, was over 150 rushing, so did some good things there. Trent Amaya, as usual, was perfect on extra points, had 2 field goals. Of course, continues to create bad field position for our opponents with his deep kickoff. So a good solid win. There's 7 district games, so it's a long, we had still a long road ahead. But 4 teams went to 1-0, 4 teams went to 0-1, and we'll line it up and go again now in week 2, our 5th ball game, which will come right before our open date, everyone's open date. Be a home date against the Piper Warriors. And when we come back here in just a little while, we'll talk about that game. But as we do at the midpoint of each show, we're going to turn it over to Coach Melissa Miller and our principal, Dr. Stacy Snyder. They're going to talk about what has happened previous week and the week ahead in our other activities around campus. So take it away, ladies.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats to you guys on the huge win Friday night at Champion. Let's talk about all of the successes of our other Ranger teams. So water polo actually took last week off. They did not have any matches. They are preparing for their district tournament this week, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but still out there practicing every day, and I'm excited to come back to you guys next week with some results of their district tournament. Speaking of results, our tennis team had a huge 17-2 win last Tuesday here at SV over Wagner. And then Friday, Friday, they headed to New Braunfels. Well, they headed to Nukes to take on New Braunfels. They had a tough loss to them, drops them a little bit in district, but that is just such a tough district across the board. But it seems like especially in tennis, a lot of really strong tennis programs in our district this year. So great job on the win last Tuesday versus Wagner, and I know that they are looking to bounce back after that loss to New Braunfels on Friday. Moving on to cross country, no shocker, continuing to kill it. We talked last week, they headed to the Nike South Invitational, which is not just a regional, local kind of meet. This is from the state, from surrounding states. I believe there were some from Louisiana, Arkansas, really the best of the best in all divisions, 6A through 1A. Our girls came home 5th overall, and the top 4 teams that finished above them were all powerhouse 6A teams. So they had the best showing of any 5A team, 5th out of 51, once again led by Aubrey Posey and Lily Koenig, who have kind of alternated first and second place and everything. And then our boys had a really good showing, same thing. Tough 6A, 5A, 4A from all over the state. They ended up 9th out of 51 teams, and they were led by Luke Smith. So congratulations to them, Coach Hall, Coach Aguilar, on a great, really, really big meet as they prepare to get ready for district.
Really doing well.
They really are.
Competing against all the others, that really helps show what you got.
I think that's huge as a coach in a program to go out and challenge yourself. They've been very successful winning everything so far, and then to go face these big programs that have these, Division I committed runners, I think shows that we're in a really good place. So, speaking of a good place, volleyball. Volleyball's overall record is 21-11 right now. We're currently sitting in 4th place. We've got one more game left in district, and that will be tonight. We head to Tivy, be a late night for everybody. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But last week, we had a tough 4-set loss over New Braunfels. Really proud of the girls. They battled it out in the first set, ended up winning 28-26, dropped to the next 3 at New Braunfels. But then Friday rebounded. We had a fun program sweep versus Wagner. All 4 teams were successful. And I want to give a shout out to our little freshman team. They're currently 12-0. They've lost 1 set the entire season. It's just a really fun group. And if you guys haven't had a chance to watch, we'll tell you in a little bit where you can find them. But they are a very talented, fun to watch group.
That's excellent. Yeah. So we're going to talk about Student of the Week and Teacher of the Week. I want to give a little shout out to Nikki Rudloff because she's the teacher who nominated this student and this teacher. So our student is Dalen Blake. She nominates her because she truly hit the ground running this year, taking initiative, stepping up with projects as a leader, and showing impressive problem-solving skills. Even in the middle of a hectic class, Dalen takes charge and figures out a way through it. Beyond the classroom, Dalen participates in the color guard. She balances extracurricular commitments with excellence and her practicum work. So Miss Rudloff really highlights her independence, her reliability, and her leadership.
That's awesome.
Our teacher of the week is Erin Brem. Erin Brem is our floral design teacher. She goes above and beyond and provides students with meaningful hands-on learning opportunities. Not only does she do floral arrangements of the month, it allows students to practice their craft, brightening our campus. She also provides floral arrangements for an upcoming wedding. So a lot of activity. And I think we're going to show you guys a clip of what this month's floral arrangement of the month is. We're just really proud of her, the real world hands-on skills that she gives our kids.
And they're beautiful arrangements. I look forward to it every month.
Yes. So congrats to Erin Brem, Teacher of the Week.
Yeah, congrats. Again, thanks for the nomination, Ms. Rudloff. All right, let's get into this coming week. Big week for all of our Rangers. Water polo tonight will go to Canyon. This is their last match of the season before the district tournament on Thursday. So just a good kind of out-of-district going into the tournament on Thursday, seeing what they need to work on, playing a 6A. So they'll head to Canyon tonight. The girls go at 5:15. The boys go after them at 6:15. And then, as I said, Thursday they start the district tournament. That will be at Piper. And then they take Friday off, and then they finish the district tournament based on how Thursday goes Saturday at Davenport. So good luck to them. That is what will determine their playoff seeding. Is that district tournament. So we'll have the results for that for you next week. Our tennis team goes to Tivy today also. we'll be carpooling, caravanning with tennis to Tybee today. They're going to start at 3:30 p.m. at Tybee, so we wish them luck. Again, very tough district, another tough opponent. And then they finish district next Tuesday. They'll travel to Vets for a 4:30 start time. So if you're looking for them, they're away for their last two, Tybee tonight and then at Vets next Tuesday. Cross country takes another trip this week. They are headed to the Dallas Jesuit Classic in Dallas this Saturday. Another big state, best competition in the state, really getting ready for district and postseason. I think they'll have a good glimpse this week of 5A competition and see how they match up.
Lots of travel for cross country.
Lots of travel, but when you're as good as we are, it makes it worth it. You want to go play those or run against those other teams. And then volleyball, we finish our first round of district tonight. We'll head to Tybee. All 4 teams will play, freshmen at 5, JV at 5:30, freshman B at 6, and then varsity at 7. And that will be the end of the first round for us. And then we'll start the second round on Friday. We will play at 7 here versus Vets Memorial. So we look forward to hopefully 2 big wins this week and then getting to come watch a fun football game Friday night. And speaking of that, we'll go back to you, Coach.
Thank you, ladies, and as always, congratulations to our many students and athletes around the school, all the great things you're doing that makes Smithson Valley such a special place to be. As we mentioned before, tossing it over to the ladies, we have another, district game. They just keep coming one after another now that we're kind of reaching that halfway point of the season. This Friday night here at home at Ranger Stadium at 7 o'clock, we'll play the Piper Warriors, another one of those teams who's 1-0. They won a big district opener of their own last week against Wagner. And so they'll be coming to our stadium Friday night at 7. And as it is every week, every team seems to pose a different set of challenges. Everybody's kind of got their own way of playing defense, their own way of playing offense, kicking game, their own style of play, their own culture. Piper has their style, and Coach Westerfer stopping their offense, a little easier said than done. No one's really done a great job with that.
No, they're a very prolific, high-scoring offense. They spread the field, look to throw the ball a lot. They throw the ball about 70% of the time, and it helps set up the run. They're, kind of throwing the ball, I think, to get you spread out. And they got a big, powerful running back, and the O-line's as big an O-line as we'll see all year. They got some big kids up front, and they're good, well coached. Extremely tough to stop as they score a bunch of points every game, it seems like.
Right, no doubt. And it'll kind of boil down to what we talked about last week with Champion, and really we talk about with our players each and every week, explosive plays.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got to limit their explosive plays, make them really have to drive the ball, long drives, and we got to make some plays along the way in there and find ways to get off the field.
No doubt. That and some takeaways. Of course, turnover margin always is big in any tightly contested game. And then obviously defensively, a little out of the mainstream, good players, and do it a little bit different.
Yes, sir. They are a little bit out of the mainstream. They've got a really strong defensive front, and very rarely are they staying put. They're moving. As far as backers are concerned, they bring a lot of blitzes and do different things that you necessarily might not see from week to week. And so we'll have our work cut out for us. A well-coached team. We're excited for the challenge, and we'll need to establish a good running game like we did last week, and continue to build off of that.
No doubt, and it'll be at 7 o'clock here at Ranger Stadium. That's a fair day holiday. We actually don't have school that day, but we do have a home game, 7 o'clock at Ranger Stadium. Smithson Valley Rangers and the Piper Warriors should be a great ball game. We hope you'll come out and watch it, and hope you'll tune in next week, and we'll talk about it along with all the other things that have gone on this week. Thanks for being on today, and we'll see you next time.